Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault, and once again I'm coming to you with another EDC gear review and unboxing. And once again we're doing a flashlight, and yes, this one is from one of my favorite flashlight companies, and I always sing their praises, and that is the company ThruNite. Yeah, you can't see their logo over the sticker that they put on that, but we are going to be taking a look at, the exact model is the ThruNite TC15 V3. It's supposed to be a high intensity light. This one is in desert tan, and you guys know that I like everything in flat dark earth, so hopefully that's going to be a pretty cool looking flashlight. I believe this is supposed to be a pretty high intensity general purpose flashlight, but I guess you could also use it in some tactical applications. So we're going to open this thing up, see what it's all about. So let me go ahead and adjust the camera and let's check this thing out. We'll see what the beam looks like here in the garage. I'll give you guys my final thoughts. And here's the box the ThruNite comes in. It's their standard cardboard box, and once again I sure wish they would put those stickers someplace else so you could actually see their logo. But I have been really impressed with ThruNites, and they are my actual EDC lights. I have a number of them that they've sent me that have all worked fantastic. Alright, let's get this out. There's the light. I'm assuming we get an owner's manual, we get a carrying case, get a lanyard, charging cable, some silica gel, and some extra parts. So it's kind of the usual fare that you get with all of these flashlights. Let's go ahead and take the light out of the bag and take a look at that color. I like that. That is definitely that desert tan. I like it because it matches many of my flat dark earth firearms. Yeah. Ooh, and it has an orange peel reflector on it as well, so that's going to definitely change the way that the beam is. Got a little logo here, and that's a little bit different than I've seen their logo in the past. And over here we have ThruNite TC15 V3. All right, I like that bezel. Honestly, this one kind of looks like a lightsaber. I like that. Kind of cool, but I think it's supposed to be just a general purpose flashlight. Let's go ahead and take off this thing here in the back, or maybe I'll just cut it off in a minute. All right, so let's go ahead and unscrew this. If I remember, there should be a little sleeve in there. Nope, maybe I just got to tighten this one down. In fact, that's what I think this one says. Just tighten down before use. Okay, screw down. All right. And let's see if it works. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So it's the usual fare for the ThruNites. We have a single button. I'm assuming if we hold it down, yep, it goes to Firefly mode. And then one time should be low. And then we go through all the different modes. So depending on how many clicks of the button, and man, that thing throws some heat. Wow, pretty impressive. I do like those orange peel reflectors for general purpose flashlights. It doesn't direct the beam like a laser, and I find them to be very useful. So far this thing is looking good. The finish is nice. The machining on the actual light itself looks good. So far, no problems, and it comes with all the usual stuff. So let me go ahead and adjust the camera, and we'll see what this beam looks like here in the garage. All right, so here we are in my blacked out garage. I got the camera pointed towards that little alcove you always see in the background of all of my videos. We're gonna start off with Firefly mode. And there we go. Yeah, I find these modes to be completely unusable and impractical. I know a lot of companies add them. I don't really understand why. The only situation I can ever imagine using these in might be like a movie theater where you need to check your seats and your ticket and you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself and you're looking at something close up, but that is about it. All right, so let's turn that off, and now let's go to the low mode. And you can definitely tell that this is an orange peel reflector because it does not have a centered hotspot. The spill is pretty good, and even on low mode is putting out a lot of light, filling up the garage. All right, so now let's go to the next mode. There is the medium, and that is a significant amount more light. Once again, no hotspot, just a nice general purpose light. And it is a cool white beam. And then finally, we're going to go to the bright setting. And so you go through the modes there, and there it is. That's the one downside, though, about having a single button flashlight. You got to find the mode you're looking for, and it can take you a little bit. I like it when they're separated. All right, so now we are on the high setting, and this thing is definitely putting out a lot of light. The beam, as I said, is not very centered, great for general applications, and maybe if you're out on a walk or doing hiking or something of that nature, maybe camping, working on a car, this is the perfect type of light for you. It is not necessarily filling up the whole garage. Most of the light is forward, but you don't have a centered hotspot. So if you're pointing it at what you're looking at, you get a lot of surrounding light. It's really bright, and having it here on the high setting, it's not getting too warm in my hands. It's a very nice size. So that is what the beam looks like. So works well, no problems, just like every other ThruNite that I've ever owned and used. I like them a lot. All right, so that's what the beam looks like. So let's adjust the camera and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so what are my final thoughts on the ThruNite TC15 V3? Well, like all other ThruNite flashlights, it works. I think it's well constructed. I find them to be reliable. I've used them for my EDC lights. Yeah, they just simply work, and they're one of my favorite flashlight companies. I really like the design of this one. As I said earlier, it kind of looks a little sci-fi, almost like a lightsaber. It looks like a lightsaber hilt. The only downside to this light, I think, as a general purpose light, is that single button. I really like it when they have two separate buttons, one for on-off and one to go through the modes. Otherwise, sometimes you have to know what the flashlight is and how to adjust it. Otherwise, you're clicking a whole bunch and holding the button down, and you got to find that right mode, and it takes you a little bit longer than what I think it really should be. But besides that, that's my only real complaint. It works. You just have to know how this particular flashlight operates with that single button. It is rechargeable. They give you a nice little carrying case with it, the lanyard loop. I like the color. The anodization is really nice. I have no issues with it whatsoever. And I know these ThruNites are well built, and maybe you can see the orange peel reflector in there. I don't know if that's going to come across in focus. I do like that for general purpose flashlights. So my only complaint would be the button. That's it. Very small gripe, and I love ThruNite. So overall, I'm really happy with this, especially with the color and the orange peel reflector. So on my star system, how would I rate the ThruNite TC15 V3? Well, this easily gets 4.5 stars out of 5 for a general purpose flashlight. No, this is not a tactical flashlight, but if you're looking for maybe like a hiking flashlight or a flashlight you can take on walks, work on your car with, I think it is great. It has lots of features, and once again, my only complaint is that it has that single button. That is it. So there you go. 4.5 stars for the ThruNite TC15 V3. Thank you again, ThruNite, for sending this to me to try out. I absolutely love your lights, and you guys know that I've always been a big fan of you guys because your lights simply work. So there you go. And in full disclosure, ThruNite did send this to me for free for review. So you can decide if that affects my biases or not. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you like these ThruNite lights? I know I do. So, as always, thanks for watching.